So look, following the Maelstrom here in New York, you had some spirits come back, a crazy witch or two, some astral gates to alternate dimensions appeared. Yeah, sure, very cool. Just another holiday destination, right? You can't impress me. I've been to Ixia too. Then what? Some of your animals, pigeons mostly, became spectral, became magical. Now look, in Australia, this happened to our animals too. First time I saw a spectral spider, almost lost last night's dinner, alright? We all freaked out about them phasing through our walls and such. But really, they've been okay. Spectral spiders, for the most part, they're much better at catching insects now. But there is one animal that was a pain before, and now it's just an absolute nightmare. The emu. If you've never seen an emu, they're a huge flightless bird with the legs of a dinosaur, the body of a chicken, the neck of an anorexic giraffe, and a head that looks like your dad's Ask Your Mother. Now this bird loves to eat crops. Fences were working great. They were working really well until half of them started casting spells and phasing through them. A farmer will be out trying to harvest their crops and these bloody birds are zoom, nom nom nom, nom 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 nom. They're like bloody Roadrunner, but they can teleport as well. So our government has been at war with the emus for 20 years now. The Great Emu War, they're calling it. Without mystic reinforcements, the army would have lost it years ago. So look, next time you're worried about a pigeon phasing through the sports section on your newspaper, just be glad it isn't trying to eat it too. Welcome back to ET's Match Moments this week for Lemon's Weekly Squash number 32 coming at you. Starting things off, we have Ben on the Paradox and K on the Mina. Now they're laning into a Shiv and a Doorman. And Mina obviously quite low here, only on 185 health, so pretty scary spot to be. Shiv, no ult available yet, so it does have time to heal back up. But Mina, no, going to look for some damage on the Shiv quite aggressively. Going to reposition. Heading around the side, will find Shiv in the air. Goes in, does miss the swipe, so although does manage to proc the love bites. Ooh, and a lovely parry on the way out. It's going to give Ben room to move in on the Paradox. Try and secure this kill on the Shiv and will do. Now chasing onto the Doorman. The parry won't connect. Ben now chasing up, but Escalade is able to slip on out of there. A blind parry from the Mina to start things off. Well done, K. And coming in at number 9 this week is going to be Dog on the Venator, laning with the Page, and they're going to be laning into an Ivy and a Billy. So they're able to push in before Ivy gets the Kuzu down, which is quite nice. Get some damage down on Ivy, but Billy's going in. Ults are available, and indeed Billy's going to pop the chain gang. Manages to pull in 2, but a nice shotgun blast will keep Billy from following up. Effectively anyway. He lands 2 shots with the Iridomini, isn't able to find the third on the Billy, but will stick it into the Ivy, and the nice bounce grenade on the wall will connect, and enough damage from distance will finish off the Ivy. Good stuff from Dog. Continuing on now with number 8 this week is going to be another double up with Obvious on the Kelvin and Trashy Pancake on the 7. Now Obvious in enemy territory here behind the Guardian finds the Yamato. Takes quite a lot of damage. Yamato has hit her power spike for the power slash, so those are doing a lot of damage. But the dome comes in and the storm cloud. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Yamato going to fall, and now Vindicta helping with the push as well. They're gonna push in and get this Guardian. Nicely done by Obvious and Trashy Pancake. And number 7 this week is going to be ChWilliam on the Apollo. Now they were doing really well in this game. They kind of carried this first game, so we're going to see a bit of that here. The Paradox is now being joined, Paradox joined by the Mina as ChWilliam's come to the lane to help the Shiv out. They look for some Guardian damage to start things off. Just going to get out of there with a nice parry. As Page was also here for Sapphire now, so they are outnumbered, but ChWilliam going to look for an opportunity to go in. And he's going to find an opportunity to use the ultimate on both the Mina and the Paradox. Brings them both really low. Manages to finish off Ben with the Paradox, flipping over the top of the Force Advance. Now going to chase onto the Mina. Unable to chase directly, but will follow up and has the disengaging sigil there. And enough damage to finish them off. Coming in at number 6 this week is going to be Escalade on the Doorman. Now, Escalade was pulling off a lot of good moves on the Doorman, and this is going to be one where he helps his team find 2 picks. So They already get the Vindictor quite low, gets the stun onto the Vindictor and makes the call to go for the Wraith, sending Wraith to the hotel. Silver there to help finish off the Vindictor, more than enough damage. Now he's going to call for help from the team to finish off this Wraith, lands one heavy melee. The parry from Wraith is used, and that second one would have finished them off as well, so great catches from Escalade on the Doorman this week. And at number 5 this week is going to be Joe Molice on the Shiv. Now they're coming over to the right side of the map looking for this urn fight. And the Paradox is going to swap Dynamo. And Dynamo manages to catch 2 though. Gets the Page and the Paradox in the ult. Now nice ult from Page will give them some breathing room, but Joe Molice is going to finish off Ben with a nice slice and dice. Now continuing to chase onto the rest of Sapphire team. Building up that range. Another slice and dice will give him max rage now, as he looks for the Page, and Execute will finish them off. Now, Doorman sends Venator to the hotel, and they're just going to wait around to finish them off. So a good team fight coming out of Hidden King here, and a great fight from Joe Molice. And number 4 this week is going to go to RoYL on the Billy. Now, RoYL has made a bit of a name for themselves on this Billy in the past 2 weeks, obviously week 33 this week as well. They're going to be looking for a fight onto Dog and the Page. Now, look, Page Venator, pretty strong lane, but Ivy and the Billy can brawl it out for sure, and they are doing so. Going to be bringing the Venator very low, but the shotgun will keep him safe now. The reactive barrier does trigger though, keeping Billy pretty healthy. Now going to be looking to weave those light melees in against the Page, getting put very low down to almost 14 health there for a moment, and we'll be able to finish off the Page. So great brawling from RoYL on the Billy. Our honourable mention this week is going to go to Ben on the Paradox. Now he's getting some fantastic swaps in both games, and these are 2 of my favourites. So we're going to be starting things out with a team fight developing in the mid lane. Mo's going to grab the Apollo, but they don't quite have the damage follow-up here to finish them off. Apollo is going to get on out, and now Billy is the target, standing in front of 4 members of Sapphire. And he brought quite low. Silence misses, but the rescue beam is good. But the paradoxical swap is better and will bring Billy back in for the first kill. In another follow-up team fight, very similar situation, but they pull the Mo out with the rescue beam. The swap is good though, and will bring Mo back into his team. So great swaps there from Ben, being ready to pull the trigger on them. And your number 3 spot in the bronze medallion place this week, we have Ben on the Venator. Now coming over to defend this right lane walker, as OMIDO and Haze are looking to push in, and Wraith is not going to be able to handle this by themselves, so Ben is here to help. Coming across now, the fight already started with OMIDO going deep, so Ben's going to get the stun on the OMIDO. No room for a follow-up melee quite yet. Haze very low back there, going to look for the Iridomini to finish them off. This is the first shot, but the second shot will connect. Meanwhile, OMIDO does take down the Wraith, and now it's a 1v1. Venator half health, OMIDO similarly. Oh, the stun doesn't quite connect on the wall. OMIDO getting bounced across. They're trading blows back and forth, getting really low. The melee heal is there, down to 100 health, 50 health. Ben will finish them off. Great moves from Ben on the Venator. And number 2 this week is going to go to Joe Molice on the Haze. Now this is at the end of one of the games. The other team had just made a bit of a comeback, and now Joe Molice stumbles into the most fortunate of picks as Wraith just drops down in front of them, is able to do a ton of damage to start the fight, and the Mo is here to help, and that is one dead Wraith. The first rejuve used, and Kelvin is here now to try and help the fight. Will pop the dome, but Haze more than happy to fight in the dome with the ultimate, and it's going to trigger a second rejuve token for their team, and Kelvin is also going to fall. Great play from Joe Molice. This was the winning play of the game, finding a pick onto 2 and getting rid of 2 rejuvenated tokens. Huge stuff. And now for your play of the match, RoYL on the Billy and Ghastly on the Dynamo. If you saw the matches, you knew this was coming. This was just a huge play to finish off the game. So quite a deep team fight. It's going to pop the chain gang, pulls in all 6 members into the singularity. 5 stay port, and that is just all she wrote. 4 members of Sapphire going down. They still have 2 rejuvenated tickets available. Warden's going to come out of the Doorman ulti and going straight into a Dynamo knockup, and that is all she wrote. an awesome chain gang there from RoYL, and great follow-up from Ghastly Punk on the Dynamo. Thank you for watching. Big congratulations to the players featured this week, and of course to 3 Liter Chug Jug, the team that won Lemons Weekly Squash number 32. Now, Lemons Weekly Squash number 33 has already happened as of Monday, so I'm a bit behind. But if you get a chance, check out the first game from that series. It was a great match, really back and forth, very close, lots of great moments. But keep an eye out for the highlights, as that'll be dropping in the next week or so for that as well. Now we're going to have a short break here in the Mystics Community server. We're going to take 2 weeks off as we have an Easter break, and then we have the Asia Pacific Pro League tournament on the weekend of the 11th and 12th. So Asia Pacific Pro League Season 7. Check out APAC Deadlock on Twitch for that tournament, and I'll see you there. And Lemons Weekly Squash number 34 will return on the 20th of April, so we'll see you back for that one in the Mystics Community Discord. Links down below. Have a great Easter, and I'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.